Georgie, founder of EOS Box, a self-care and personal development gift box business, and today we're going through the launch of my new box. It's the Define and Align box, the Clarity Kit, and I wanted to show you the process behind making the box and what I do step by step when I create a box, kind of the thought process behind it and how I really feel when I do it. I'm trying to get boxes out nearly every month this year. I'm trying to get more to the collection as I am a small business still. I've just started, so I want to get the range bigger. So come with me through the process of launching this box. If you really like this video, please feel free to like and subscribe. I hope you like it. Thanks guys. Happy Monday. So today is trying to finalize the designs for this box. So we've got a design that needs to be done for our tumblers and then also our journals as well. So usually I do have like notebook journals that I can sublimate on, but this month it's going to be a little bit different where they're going to be like that kind of leather moleskin kind of journals where I'll UV DTF on them. So I'm trying to get a design done for that. So both items, so the tumblers and the journals will both have UV DTF items on. So I need to get cracking on that, need to finish up the designs. I've been doing a lot of Pinterest kind of ideas and things that I want to pop together for these. Like I've got some inspo and I've got an idea, but I just haven't found what I want yet. And I think this is probably one of the hardest part of putting the box together is trying to get the design sorted. So I'll take you through the process now for that. I also forgot to mention as well that I'm doing a bookmark, so I also need a design for that. So these are kind of the ideas that I've got. You can obviously tell I want purple, and I don't know what kind of idea I want to go for. Okay, so we kind of have an idea now of, well, we've got a start. So I really love, I don't know if you can see properly, I'm just looking on Pinterest now and it's actually got writing on, so it's saying like craft your stress away, good vibes only. And I was kind of thinking, well, I need to do something kind of resonates with the box. So the box is all about your life purpose, how to get there. And I think it's such a great month to have a life purpose box because I always feel like June is in a halfway slump of the year. You're always feeling like you kind of need to be doing something. Have I achieved what I've wanted so far? And so I really think it's kind of that extra motivation, extra push that you want halfway through the year. So that's what I thought I'd do. I thought I would, obviously have the tumbler and the journal possibly saying things that resonate with life purpose. My favorite affirmation, I guess to do with life and what's happening for you, is life happens for me, not to me. And I think it just resonates so much because we can always think that life is against us and why are we doing certain things and my favorite thing I used to say is, oh, that's just my luck. That would happen to me. So it was very different mentality of life happens to me. Like I can't really do anything. This is just what's happening. Of course this is going to happen. And so I do think kind of that saying's quite nice to say, actually, you are responsible. You can make decisions in your life to kind of get to where you want to be. And life happens for you if you create that, if you take responsibility. So I don't know, I'm thinking maybe possibly that affirmation on the tumblers and on the journal as well, maybe. I don't know, might have something a bit different. So we're getting there. Step one. Okay, so I thought I'd show you kind of what I've ended up going for with the design. So before I was talking about how I wanted it purple, so you can see here I kind of wanted different purple designs, but I realized something like this, I'm using UV DTF and I just think these are too small and a little bit hard to use if I'm using UV DTF. I'll show you later on what it will look like once the rolls have been delivered and printed, and so you'll see how it is very fiddly and quite hard to pop on. So I was kind of messing around and I have gone for this design. So it's got a grey background just because I've got white here, but it will be clear, there'll be no background, so it will be life happens for me, not to me, which I was having a little chat before of why that resonates for me and for the box. And again, I just kind of went through some little designs. I quite liked this, but I didn't end up going for that one. but I did like this idea of like I saw different ones that were saying like coffee and things like that, and I quite liked that design, so I ended up getting a couple of self-care designs like this and also some self-growth ones like this. Again, I quite liked this just as like a normal pattern, maybe to have future just for and maybe something like that maybe for future. But again, I just know there'll be a lot to UV DTF, so I just wasn't sure on these type of designs, but I think if they look good, the ones that I've printed, I'll probably get something like this. And then I ended up using this for our journal design, because I just think it's quite nice to have that as a kind of intention. Every time you open the journal, you know what you're trying to do, you know what the box is being used for, you're trying to find your purpose. So I thought that was really cute, and I'm nearly at the stage where I'm getting the journals that I want, and it'll be purple, so I think this will just look so nice on the purple journal. And then this is our bookmark design. So again, this will be the UV DTF material, and I just thought this was really cute, adds a little aspect of the purple that I want in the box, and I'm going to use it on a clear bookmark as well, so I've just put a grey background just so you can see the white for the flowers. But yeah, I'm really excited about this one as well. So the next stage that I do now, you can kind of see here, I am creating a meter sheet. So what I do is I send off these designs to a company that will put them onto a UV DTF material, and then I'll receive that. So it usually does take like a couple of days from me sending it and then me receiving it, which is really great. It's a great turnaround. So I've just put on the bookmarks, the stuff I want for the journals and for the tumblers, and then some extra bits and pieces at the bottom here. I'm not putting too much at the moment, just kind of testing out how well the box does, and then I will go on and order a lot more once I start getting frequent orders with the box. So yeah, so that's all ready to go. I'm sending that off now for them to be printed, so hopefully in the next couple of days I can then pop them onto the bookmarks. I've got them now. I'm just waiting on the journals, and I've also got the tumblers, so the next stage now will be putting them onto actual products. So I thought I would go through the next stage now of how I prep the box. So we've gone through the stage of me going through what kind of designs I want for the box, how I put things together, and I've sent off the designs. I got a roll, so I got a few rolls like this, and this is for the UV DTF. So you can see here all the designs are on this, and this is where I put them on the items. So I showed you guys what designs I had decided in the end. It's come, and so I'll show you now the kind of finished product, but I'll also show you how I've done them as well. Okay, so, whoops. So for the bookmark, we did a UV DTF. So again, I showed you kind of where on the roll where they've been, and I added that onto a clear bookmark, and it's just turned out so well. It looks so cute, absolutely love it. And the next thing was the journal, which I just think looks so pretty on here. It's like one of those really kind of luxurious kind of notebooks. You've got your design on, which is obviously associated with the box. So I really love that. And then we've done a couple of tumbler designs. So again, it's quite hard because it's clear, but I'm hoping you can see this well. So life happens for me, not to me. Again, just kind of on the same alignment kind of theme with the box. And then self-growth. I do have some other ones that will go on, but these will be like extra products on the website. But yes, we've got another tumbler there. So I will show you then now how I do it, 'cause it's a bit fiddly. Okay, so the first thing I've done is cut this how I wanted it onto the bookmark. So with the UV DTF, I had it a little bit bigger than what the bookmark actually was. So just made it a little bit hard to make sure that it all kind of stuck on, because some of it was overlapping a little bit. So I've just cut that to the right size. And now I'm just removing the little sleeve that's on here. Okay, so we're just removing the side. So now it's a clear bookmark. I'm going to lay that down, and then I'm going to peel the first part of this. So if you don't know how UV-DTFs work, is that they peel off here first. Sorry, I'm just concentrating. And then you've got to make sure it's on here correctly. Okay, so I've got a little tool, and again I was hoping this would come in purple but it didn't. So I've got a little tool to just push that all down. So again, I've made it quite a good match. Okay, and then the last thing that you do is you want to remove that the layer that is above, sticking all of this together. And this is like the hardest part, because you do sometimes it does peel off or it does crack if you don't do it properly. So I've had to spend a few hours of my time learning just to be patient of how to rip this off. And I've seen like other people post when they do whole tumblers and like it's nearly at the end of the tumbler and then something rips, and I just think, oh gosh, no thank you. I do think it is easier if you have like bigger designs, not as small. Brilliant. Okay, cool. So we've finished off this bookmark, which is so cute. And the next thing we want to do is our tumblers. So I'll show you how I've done this one. So lay this on here. And what we're going to do is we're going to pop this in the middle here and then use our little tool to make sure it's on properly. So again, just a very similar thing. This is UV-DTF, so it's the same process as what I did for the bookmark, but I think this will be less fiddly. Brilliant, that's on here. I'm just going to make sure this is pressed down properly onto the tumbler. And then all we need to do is peel it away. So this is what it looks like. So again, UV-DTF, and it's so easy to pop on, and this is just a great little piece to add to one of the boxes. And then the last one that we're going to do is these journals. So again, popping this onto here, and I thought this was quite a nice, like in the middle, like where this strip is. It's a good place to put it. So I've realised because of this type of material, this tool doesn't really work that well. So I just kind of move my fingers and press that all down to make sure. It's okay. We're going to delicately take this off. And I notice like a diagonal, taking it off diagonally really helps making sure everything stays on and it's easy to remove. Ta-da! Again, how cute is that? So we've got these all ready to go. We've got some bookmarks. We've got our tumbler. And then added to the range, we've got our empowerment cards. So again, I made these a couple of months ago now. And they have positivity, confidence, and then purpose. And so this section's really focused on in this box. So here we've got mindset shifts, we have journal prompts, and we also have affirmations that we can use to find our purpose. So I think this is so important in the box to have, to be able to guide you, and all your findings that you find through these cards you can write in one of these journals. And then of course we do have our book as well. So again, you'll be reading, this is the book that we'd recommend. Again, you can have any book from our bookshelf added to this box, but we really recommend this one, and it just really helps with understanding yourself, I find, and understanding life, and this really helps you find your purpose in life. I really love this book. So yes, these are all the kind of items. This again, I've just made, this won't be in the box. I just made it. I quite like that one. But yeah, so these kind of items are in the box, and I'm really happy with how everything turned out. I've also added as well a new card that you can add if you want. I thought this would align really well with this box. So if you're sending it to someone or just want to give yourself a little boost and write something for yourself when the box turns up, this is a really cute card to pop with it. Small steps, big alignment. So you'll see in here I've got a few different ones now that I've started to make for the personal development boxes. Easy to chat here, but yes, I'm so happy with how everything has turned out with these items. I think the process is quite slow sometimes because you really want to make sure you've got the right designs, the right kind of aim of what you want the box. Of course, the theme is purpose. It's trying to find your purpose in life, or even just aligning with what you're doing right now and feeling better in yourself. So I really wanted these items to really help with that and with that theme. So I've really loved working on these. I'll pop a little clip at the end of packing the boxes and what they look like together in the box. But yeah, I hope you liked this video. I hope it's kind of a little bit more, you've understood the process from start to finish, how all the items are made, because of course some items are quite different. I used UV DTF for all of these items this time, but sometimes I'll sublimate them and use the machines to sublimate. So again, I'll do some other videos on that. But yeah, thanks guys. I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you next time. If you really like this video, please feel free to like and subscribe. Thanks guys.